Yeah guys, I'm here today with this very interesting portable car video box. Model type is RC23. Yeah, I think if everything is working, then it's the most complete connection tool between a smartphone and a car which I've ever seen. So it has so many functions. It has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, screen mirroring, and works as a player for Netflix, YouTube, and much more. Of course, it's very important to know that in some regions it's not allowed to watch videos in your car on the main display while driving. So always make sure that you're following the law. And also I wanted to let you know that I got this device for free, but it's still my honest opinion. I would never claim something which is not true. And so first, of course, we want to see what we get. And then, of course, after that, I'm going to connect it to my car, which is a Kia Sportage 2023, which doesn't have Wi-Fi, Android Auto, or Apple CarPlay. And so we get these two standard cables, USB-A to USB-C and USB-C to USB-C. So in some cars we are using USB-C and sometimes we are using USB-A. We get all this reset pin. And so here's this fancy device, has even some protection here because it's really beautiful. And so here we are in the car trying to connect it, connect USB-C, and now connecting USB-A into the car down here. Yeah, now says reading USB and coming up with the Android icon. And now we have already the full menu here. Didn't have to do anything, didn't have to connect the phone. That's very important to know. So usually when you have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you have to connect your phone. Here for that was not needed. So I can go to the settings here and connect to Wi-Fi. And so of course I'm here in the car, there's no Wi-Fi available. I would have to provide that from my phone through a Wi-Fi hotspot. That's something which is built into every phone. So you can use your mobile data, create a hotspot, connect with this device, and then play basically everything what you want. So let's here go back to the home where we have almost all functions. And now I'm connected to Wi-Fi, so I can click on YouTube. And so you can see one of my YouTube videos here is playing absolutely smooth and in high quality, no lags, no problems. Let's go back. Yeah, we can even let it play while using other stuff. That's amazing. Yeah, this works pretty much like a normal phone. And when we are here on this menu, we can easily switch between CarPlay and Android Auto. So that's the multimedia menu. But of course, you can just also use the normal CarPlay or Android Auto. But of course, for that, we need the phone. Go to the Bluetooth settings and connect this device according to this information here. So we click on pair new device here and then we click on Airbox. Don't be worried when you get a code. Of course you can't enter it here. Just give all the permissions and click on pair. And now we should see a change. It says connecting, and now you can see I have the navigation, everything which Android Auto is providing. Of course, I've moved to a different location. That's not my personal location, just moved randomly around here, you can see. But you can see how nice this really works, really nice, smooth. We can nicely zoom out and zoom in again. And so now we have access to all the apps which we have installed and are compatible with Android Auto. And there are a lot of messages, weather, music, and much more. And of course, you can also use the phone assistant and much more. And if you want to go back to the entertainment system, you just hit the exit button. By the way, everything what you see here on this screen, you cannot only display here, you can display this everywhere where you have an HDMI port, for example, even inside on your TV, because on top of this device we have this standard HDMI port, so you can just use a normal HDMI cable to connect it to a screen on the back of your headrest or on the TV in your hotel room. And by the way, you can use it also as a player for media which you have on your USB stick. So we just plug it in here. And so let's see if we can find some videos. Yeah, that's also a video from me. So you don't have to be worried about copyrights. That's a video which I have produced myself. I have the full copyright. And now it's playing here nicely from this USB stick, which I've plugged in here into this device. Yeah, isn't that awesome? Yeah, I really love this device. That's absolutely fantastic, and you can see how nice this plays. There are no lags, nothing, super clear, detailed, doesn't get any better than that. Yeah, definitely the best CarPlay Android Auto device I've ever seen, and we get so much extra on top of that. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order one for you if you like. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or want to share your own experience with this device, then just let us know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.